Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're cracking open the door to one of nature's most intricate and fascinating societies, the honeybee hive. We're going to go way beyond just the honey and explore the complex world that's buzzing just out of sight. Let's dive in. You know, it might sound a little strange to hear someone talk about insects with that much real affection, but this simple statement, it gets right to the heart of what beekeeping is all about. It's not just a hobby, it's a relationship. A bond that's about so much more than just a sweet treat. So let's start right there with that bond. Most people think beekeeping is just a way to get honey, but if you talk to a beekeeper, they'll tell you the rewards are so much deeper. It's about this unique connection you get to forge with the natural world.
I mean, beekeepers develop this genuine connection with their colony. You'll often hear them call their thousands of bees their girls. So when a hive doesn't make it through a harsh winter, it's not just some agricultural inconvenience. For them, it can be a real emotional blow.
And while that emotional reward is huge, the tangible benefits are also pretty amazing. Beyond honey, a single hive is like this little factory for pollination, which boosts gardens and crops like crazy. And it produces all this other valuable stuff, beeswax, propolis, and even royal jelly. But to really understand how this all gets made, we've got to go inside. So let's step inside. You have to think of a beehive less like a home and more like a bustling city. Seriously, we're talking 60,000 residents, sometimes more. And it's a highly structured society where every single bee has a specific, absolutely crucial job to do. The whole social structure of this city is broken down into three distinct types, or castes. You've got one single queen, and she is literally the mother of the entire colony. Then you have thousands upon thousands of female worker bees, and they do, well, all the labor. And finally, you have the male bees, the drones, who have a very specific and kind of dramatic purpose in life.
The entire colony revolves around the queen. She is treated like absolute royalty. When the time comes and a new queen is needed, the workers don't just build a standard little hexagonal cell. Nope. They construct these special, larger, peanut-shaped queen cells just to raise the next monarch.
So who's doing all the work to make that happen? The worker bees. These incredible females are the true backbone of the hive. In their really short 6-week life during the busy season, they do it all. They're nurses, construction workers, guards, and foragers. And get this, in that entire lifetime, a single worker bee will only produce about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. They even have a barbed, kamikaze stinger that rips out when they use it on a mammal, a final, ultimate act of sacrifice for the colony.
And then you've got the drone. This guy can't forage, can't build comb, and can't even sting. His one and only job is to mate with a virgin queen from another hive. Those huge eyes you see are designed for one thing, spotting a queen hundreds of feet up in the air during her mating flight. If he succeeds, his job is done, and he dies in the process. He's a truly tragic character in our little hive city. Okay, so with tens of thousands of residents, how does this whole city communicate? It's not just with chemical signals and pheromones. No. Bees have one of the most sophisticated communication systems in the entire animal kingdom, and it's a dance.
This is it, the famous waggle dance. It's basically a set of choreographed instructions. When a forager bee finds an amazing patch of flowers, she doesn't keep it to herself. She flies right back to the hive and performs this dance to give her sisters a precise, literal map to the location. So how does this work? It's genius. The bee performs a figure-8 pattern. The angle of that straight run in the middle, relative to where the sun is, tells the other bees the exact direction to fly. And then, the length of time she waggles her body during that run tells them precisely how far away the food is. It's an incredible biological GPS. All that communication and all that hard work leads to this, the golden harvest. We all know what honey tastes like, but what is it, really? Let's break it down.
As you can see here, honey is way more than just sugar water. It's a complex blend of different kinds of sugars, mostly fructose and glucose, with a very specific water content, right around 17%, which is what helps preserve it naturally. That little other percentage is also key. That's where you find all the minerals, vitamins, and enzymes that give different honeys their unique flavors and amazing properties.
So how do you get this liquid gold out of the comb? Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. For a small-scale beekeeper, the crush and strain method is beautifully simple. You just take a frame of honeycomb, you crush it up inside a strainer, and you let gravity do the work. The pure, raw honey just drips out, leaving the beeswax behind.
We've seen the incredible society inside the hive and the sweet reward it produces, but now it's time to zoom out and look at the big picture because the work these tiny creatures do is absolutely essential for our own survival.
So why are honeybees such fantastic pollinators? Because they're literally built for it. Their little bodies are covered in these branched hairs that act like Velcro for pollen, and on their hind legs they have these specialized structures called pollen baskets, where they pack it all up to carry it from flower to flower. They really are nature's perfect delivery service.
So, why does all this matter so much? Well, the crucial point really comes down to this number, 100. That's how many different crops right here in the United States depend on bee pollination. We're talking everything from apples and almonds to blueberries and broccoli. The work these bees do is directly tied to the food that we eat every single day.
And that is no exaggeration. This quote puts it perfectly. The health of our agriculture, the variety of food on our grocery store shelves, and what ends up on our dinner plates, it all connects right back to the survival of these tiny, tireless pollinators.
And that's our look into the secret life of the hive. It's a world of complex social structures, incredible communication, and vital importance to our own. And it really makes you wonder, right? If the life inside a single beehive is this complex, what other natural wonders are humming along all around us every single day that we just overlook?